What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and it's become increasingly obvious over the last several years that even if you have great memories about Disney, whether it's from when you were growing up, from your childhood, from years ago, whatever it may be, the company that exists now is radically different and changed from what it used to mean and from what it used to represent. And CEO Bob Chapek has not helped that. In fact, every time he opens his mouth, it only gets worse for Disney, and you get a lot of backlash from fans because it's quite obvious that they no longer care about the audience. They no longer care about their fans. They're doing something, either to make as much possible money as they can, which a lot of us understand they're a business, but at the same time, when you forsake your audience, when you forsake your fans, that doesn't have good results in the long term. Or they're doing it because they want to send a message, and that is more important to them than their audience. Take a look at the headline. Disney fans angered by Chapek's mission for company in 2022. This is from, I think, Inside the Magic or Walt Disney World, one of those. Yeah, InsideTheMagic.net. As Bob Chapek moves into a new year as Walt Disney CEO, which is the same year the company will be celebrating its 100th anniversary, he's outlining the mission for 2022 in a company memo, which is now angering some fans. And indeed, with this memo, this internal memo that he had to know would get out there because it's a memo to all Disney employees, right? It's not like it's some secret, top secret thing that we're really surprised it leaked. Nothing like that. You have to know things like this will get out. So it has to be written with the expectation that it will get out there. So that kind of even makes it worse because he knew this was kind of being addressed not only to his employees, but also to everyone else in the world out there. They're the ones that had a big problem with it. In early 2020, Bob Chapek took on the role of CEO of Walt Disney Company after Bob Iger stepped down in early 2022. I have a feeling that Bob Iger may have specifically stepped down at this point, knowing what would come ahead of this, knowing what would go down with COVID, all of that, to kind of not take the heat, not take the flack for all of that. It certainly looks like a good time to step down in retrospect. But before that, Bob Chapek ran the parks, and you can see that a lot of park people are not happy in recent years. I am not a theme park person. I don't like theme parks. But just the other day, during a marathon at Disney, you had people run with signs like this: "You run Disney better than Chapek." Signs being held for the people that were running through. People do not like him. Even just today, I saw this out here. The line for Figment popcorn buckets at Pop Eats now extends to Test Track is an estimated wait time of 5 hours. It seems like the consumer experience has completely gone away and there's no focus at it when it comes to Disney anymore. That's a big problem for a lot of people. I'm not a theme park person. In fact, I think I quote tweeted this. What did I say? Here we go. I said theme park people are weird. I stand by that statement. I'm looking at you, drunk 3PO. But if you go to Park Hopping and see what Jay's documenting, there are a ton of people that are very frustrated with what Disney is doing right now in its theme parks in general. And of course, we know what's going on with Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. That has been an abysmal failure. We'll see what happens in March when it actually opens up. But back to Bob Chapek. That started off a bad taste in people's mouth to have somebody that wasn't necessarily, they didn't have the best reputation, take over as CEO. Now, as we move into 2022, Bob Chapek is outlining Disney's mission, which includes 3 specific pillars: storytelling excellence, innovation, and get this, relentless focus on our audience. This is the same dude that had the gall to stand there and when asked about, the firing of Gina Carano, say that, we're welcome to all sides. We don't get political, blah, blah, blah. This is the company that fired Gina Carano because of her political opinion, with all the backlash involved from their audience. Yet this dude is now saying relentless focus on our audience. What a load of shit. And third, relentless focus on our audience. We're a big company with many constituents and stakeholders, all of whom have a place in our decision making. But at the end of the day, our most important guide, our North Star, is the consumer. Right now, their behavior tells us our industry that they want to experience entertainment is changing the way they want to, and changing fast thanks to technology and the pandemic. We must evolve with our audience, not work against them, and so we'll put them at the center of every decision we make. Is that why nearly every single thing from Lucasfilm or Marvel or whatever it may be that gets put out there on Disney Plus, is that why it's completely from one perspective? one side of the political aisle? Is that why? Because you have such respect for your consumers, Bob Chapek? Is that why continuously so many people that work for you, whether it's at Disney, whether it's at Marvel, whether it's at Lucasfilm, whatever positions these people have, constantly shit on their fans, tirelessly shit on their fans over political opinions? Is that because of your focus on the audience? What an absolute joke this is, to even pretend like that's a focus for Disney going forward. And immediately there was a reaction. Look at a lot of these comments from people that saw this. Relentless focus on charging more and delivering less. I don't think relentless focus means the same thing to him as it does to us. His actions sure aren't proving it. That he needs to make giving more and charging less the priority. Relentless focus on audiences' wallets. Not sure how you can honestly say you're focused on the audience when you're chopping away at the guest experience everywhere. Over and over again, that's what the reaction was from this, right? That's what the reaction was. You could see, just in the past 5 days, not a great result for the stock either. Not a massive dip, but just an indicator, right? That memo didn't necessarily go over that well with people. Bob Chapek is a joke. Disney is a joke. Their priorities are not on their fans. It's not on their audience. For him to even suggest something is quite frankly ridiculous. And he's getting the backlash that he deserves. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.